A Valley lawmaker describes it as the perfect storm, and he's worried that Texas is not prepared to meet the demand of electricity for the state, meaning possible brown and blackouts. Action 4's Daisy Martinez is live in the studio with this story. Daisy.
Astrid State Representative Rene Oliveira says he's in shock of how quickly things took a turn for the worst in just 1 year for the Texas electrical grid. He says not enough electricity is being generated, power plants are shutting down, and investors are not building new ones to meet the growing demands. Oliveira says the shortage of electricity could impact people throughout the state in just about 1 to 2 years. He says just last year, reports indicated that Texas was generating enough power, but recent events like the drought, plants shutting down because they failed to meet environmental regulations, and lack of investment in new power plants have left the state leaders scrambling for a solution to avoid the potential blackouts.
You're looking at disruption business-wise. When you're down for a day or or more, if you have brownouts and blackouts, it affects your productivity. It can be a health and safety issue. Many of the elderly, we've had deaths in the past from lack of proper air conditioning and cooling.
Oliveira says that cities have their own source of generating power, such as Brownsville with PUB, San Antonio and Austin would not be impacted as much. However, most cities in the valley and state would suffer since they depend on an electrical grid which can be manipulated to meet high electricity demands wherever needed. And Oliveira says it may be time to review the regulations in place for building new plants and get rid of those not necessary. Refurbishing old plants and conservation efforts will also be critical in the next few years. In the studio, Daisy Martinez, Action 4 News. Now we turn it over to Brian Hale.